welcome to the sports basket. Nna ke bua hela go tesha dai di ba pile. Mme ga ke no se ke na le Mr. Ben Nicole Tlakala. Mr. Tlakala.
Sir,
how are you, my brother?
I'm better than I was yesterday.
Yeah. Let's not waste any time on. So let us look at the news. What has been happening in the world of sports. Starting with the local news. There were two AGMs that took place, my brother. The AGM from the Botswana Karate Association, the AGM from the Botswana Softball Association. Me lo gore ko the AGM ya the Botswana Karate Association. Re bona lo re go thopile eno committee le gore they will be leading the association going forward. Re bona le gore in the position of president, re bona the reinstatement of Sensei Sepobatai, and then vice president administration, re bona lo maemo a teng a tsewa ke Samuel Dire. Ebe re bona vice president technically maemo a teng a tsewa ke David Hubona. Re bona lo maemo a secretary general a tsewa ke Karabo Samuel. Ra bona maemo a vice secretary general a tsewa ke Bose Keifas. Ra bona jalo the position ya treasurer e tsewa jalo ke Kutlwano Mokokomane. Ra bona yalo the publicity secretary maemo a teng a tsewa ke Isaiah Ramontsonyane. Yaanong ke ba before re tla re bua ka tsone ke batla re tle re lebele the committee e le hore ene ya tsena ko the Botswana Softball Association. Re bona yalo in the position ya president re bona yalo Kgatlhalo Mosimane gape, mme re bona mo maemong a vice president re bona Bakadi Mosweu, re bona yalo mo maemong a secretary general Nozi Phaye, re bona yalo mo maemong a technical development officer Monkgogi Thakgathi, mo maemong a treasurer re bona yalo Puso Khumoitsile, re bona yalo mo maemong a public relations officer re bona Letsweletse Jonas. Yaanong looking at gore we have the AGM, we just had the AGM tsone tse ntse di diragala, new committees to lead the associations. What are we expecting from these committees and going forward?
Well, in terms of Boka, well, you're still seeing the same management coming back again, but Boka has been doing good, so I hope they'll continue where they left off, because Kibone Van Zimbale in the office. But if you look at your softball, it's a completely new committee, except for the treasurer. The treasurer is the only one who managed to retain Siti Ahago. The rest is a new committee. So let's wait and see. Let's give them a chance.
Yes.
Fresh legs. Let's hope they do better than the previous administration did. Remember, softball has gone to all the way to Canada. They've played national tournaments go Canada. So and it was good. So let's see what the new committee does.
Yes, and I think we can just give them time and let's hope they deliver on their mandate. Now, taking a look at other local news, Rebana Loro Honale Mosamiki Wamono Lore, Osamaka Gostropen Zambia Salusaka Dynamos, Mutusi Mini Cooper, Ilores Topasabonene Sadirabonte Tata Maloba, Habasamagales Topasazesco United, Mode Absa Cup, Melo Rebona Lores Topasalusaga Dynamos, Sonesaka Mutusi Cooper, Bawina 3-1 on penalties by Fenya. So let's talk about Zesco United. Me hape re bona ile hore ene motshameki wa mono ga e Mothusi Khupa ona gapa le sone sa etsela sa motshameki ile hore ona gaisa kwa one motshameko no. So for Mothusi Khupa and his team winning silverware, I think it would be a moral boost for them.
It's a good one for the lad, and I'm very happy for him, and I see him going even beyond Lusaka Dynamos, because he's been consistent. Lebo Nehela, you can hear them complaining, we are going to be in trouble, so yeah, it's a good thing. And man of the match, more finaling, it's not the first time I win a man of the match, and also consistent, so I'm very happy for the boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now taking a look into local athletic news, the World Relays in Poland from the 1st to the 2nd of May. Currently by Africa me mo tlophentse no dito di emetse Botswana re bona stoppa sa the men's 4x100 meters, and then be re bona gape le the 4x400 meters le ya borre le hotel ya bomme. So I don't know gore going into the world relays, what can we expect from batabogi ba rona re lebile gore they'll be representing the country at the highest level?
Well, if their psyche is in the right place, they are a powerhouse when it comes to relays. So I'm expecting a lot from them. Even other teams, they know what Botswana is coming.
Yes.
But now here's the problem. We have been sitting down. Other countries have been training. Are we ready to compete at that stage? I don't know. We will see what will happen.
So and we looking into the 4x4 400. Yabo mele abore in the international level they are well known.
Yes,
they are forced to reckon with.
Yeah.
So re ka eletsa gore ga ba ko the world relays, they will do the ba ka dira bonte that and they can hold the flag ya Botswana up high ba e phaphaselera le bone ba ka dira bontle jaanong ke batla gore re lebelle look into international news. We had a lot of activities happening in the world of sports, but I want us to straight look into the world of mixed martial arts. Re bona yaanong mo motshameko wa UFC re bona le gore the Nigerian Kamaru Usman ona defend his welterweight title ile lore ene le kgetho la bone a tshwantse gore a defend his title, me ne ra bona ya lore in the second round he knocked out course as Masvidal ile gore for the sports e tshwana le UFC ke motshameko le gore ba Africa ga ba tlwaelesega thata because they only make up 8% of the sport, but re bona ile gore he actually manages to defend his title.
Well, if you look at UFC ka high transforming ka teng gompieno, bit by bit Africans are starting to make a name for themselves. You know of the Israel Adesanya. He's making a good name for himself. Then we have Yene Usman, and we have his training partner Ngannou.
Yes.
So they're coming up right.
Yes.
That coming up right. So I was really impressed by his performance and
yes.
knockout. More second round, that
yes.
was an excellent one.
Yes.
So yeah.
And actually representing Africa is actually doing a good job. Yes. Now let's take a look into tennis news where we saw Rafael Nadal in Barcelona, where he actually won his 12th Barcelona Open title. He was actually going up against Stefanos Tsitsipas, who was actually winning the Masters title just this other week. Rafael Nadal, he won that match 6-4, 6-7, and then he actually won 7-5. Ke match was 3 hours 38 minutes. So Rafael Nadal, very experienced campaigner, ne rabona yalo a winner his 12th title. Mere le bayalo ka hale tlhakoreng la basadi ne rabona ile at the Stuttgart Open ne rabona world number 1 Ashley Barty a betsa world number 5 Ariana Sabalenka ile gore yanong ka 3-6, 6 love le 6-3. Me jaanong ga re le ba into the League Cup re bona ile gore ne ra bona setlhopha sa Manchester City ba gapa sone the Carabao Cup ile gore ke le kgetho la bone ba ntse ba ka tatalano ba ntse ba fenya, and for Pep Guardiola no one can doubt his credentials.
Well, bit by bit Pep is becoming the special one of the Carabao Cup, where Manchester City has been doing good. For the past 4 seasons, that was good.
Yes.
And looking into tennis news, Stefanos.
Stefanos
is so are we now taking out the old guys and the old women with another new stuff?
Yes.
I mean, you'll even look at Bati. How many people can tell you about Bati to go out and Janja? But it's interesting. This is showing you that the world of sport is transforming.
Yes.
Will not stay in the same position over and over. That should come back locally to say, our current crop.
Yes.
Do we have the next crop ready to take over from them?
Don't go anywhere. We'll be going for a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports Basket, where we'll now take a look into results in the world of sports. We had a lot of activities going on, and straight away let's take a look into what kind of results we have. Really by Africa where we had the Botswana Paralympics team at the South Africa Paralympics Championship. For Team Botswana in the 100-meter race T12, Nerabola in position number 2, Sedimoso Mohweng atabogalo nako ya 14.01. Neraboya Nayalo in the 200 meters T12 in position number 1, Edwin Masura atabogalo nako ya 23.82. Nerabona yalo in another race number 2 ya T12 rebona ke atlaretse mabote atabogana nako ya 23.81. Me gare ba the 200 meter race ya bomme T13 nerabona in position number 2 re bona lo Gloria Majaha atabogalo nako ya 28.37. re bona yalo in T12 position number 3 in tsela bomme re bona Tshedimoso Mogweng atabogalo nako ya 28.92. And then gare le ba the T13 final 200 meters ya borre ne ra bona ile gore Bose Mokgwathi o tsaya lo position number 1 ataboga ene nako ya lo ya 23.33 seconds. Ne ra bona lo in position number 2 in Nakatlego Matutu ataboga lo nako ya 24.05 seconds. So which is quite a good performance from the Paralympic team ya Botswana and not bad results at all.
not bad results at all. Quite hela thata to see this kind of performance. Such kind of news where we are actually performing and we are doing excellently well. Moving on from that one, let's look into the results at the DSTV Premiership, where we saw Maritzburg United Kopanele Baroka. They all went for a 1-1 draw. West Stellenbosch hosting Celtic, le bone hela jalo 1-1. Black Leopards, le Super Sport, le bone 1-1. Cape Town City. What happened to Takuma? You know, I was expecting a lot from Takuma, but unfortunately, by
that momentum the win against Sundowns.
I was really expecting and rooting for them.
Yes.
The original Soweto Derby. Solos versus Orlando Pirates. What an interesting game. But the hype, Boni, and the actual match were completely two different.
The results, they thought, as the fans, we were hoping for more goals actually. We were hoping for more goals.
But on that low, then came Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs. Everybody counted Kaizer Chiefs out. Everybody Sundowns,
I 3 points.
It's unfortunate. Football another effort.
And it actually, this particular game actually, the Kaizer Chiefs, they ended the winning streak on Mamelodi Sundowns because in the DSTV Premiership, so Kaizer Chiefs never battle for them to get a good result against Sundowns.
Top 8.
But actually in position number 3 after getting this result. Now let's not waste any more time relevant to the English Premiership results. Arsenal. Everton win that match 1-0. Saturday Liverpool play to a 1-0 draw Newcastle. Rabona West Ham United against Chelsea winning that match 1-0. Sheffield United winning 1-0 against Brighton Hove Albion. And then Narabona on Sunday Burnley Wolverhampton Wanderers. That Burnley winning that game 4-0. And then another goalless draw. Leeds United, Manchester United playing 0-0. And then results Aston Villa against West Bromwich Albion playing to a 2-2 draw. So looking at these results, what is your impression, Ella, over the weekend results?
Well, you know, I expected to see something since Manchester City was not playing. I expected Manchester United to take advantage of this
and close the gap.
But then came Leeds.
Yes.
Leeds we would tell Manchester City Leeds but you see Burnley and Wolves team you know what did so I was waiting to see what sentence and then Burnley
I want us briefly to look at into the fixture West Ham United Chelsea where Chelsea won that game. It was a match and then Chelsea winning that game 3 points in position number 4. I think they want to cement their place into the top 4 because busy the season.
Everybody wants to solidify their position. Champions League Europa
Now we just took a look into the sports results. We're going for a short break. When we come back, into our dialogue for the day, where we talk about sports fitness tests and the scientific basis of sports coaching. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports Basket, where we'll now look into our dialogue for today. And like I had mentioned before, we have a very interesting interview for you and a very interesting interaction and conversation. Because my brother, Mr. Latlakal, eventually, you know, sports is going to resume. As much as we see international competitions, eventually, now, when we look at the eventuality of the resumption of sports, they bring one thing into mind, bantse ba le sedentary bantse ba sa itshidile bantse ba sa compete, then now it brings the issue of fitness.
Yeah.
Now we're going to take a look into fitness today, and fitness being sports fitness and just general fitness, because when we talk about sports specific fitness, so looking at the issue of fitness, where do we even start?
This is where we start. You need to understand fitness ya motshameki. It's not going to be something that you can just pick a retiree or ka o rukile wa tshameka bolo taute ore sugele ba tshimane ore ba checkele kana. You don't just go to knock into the nearest clinic over. Since you are a doctor, a general practitioner, checkele batshameki ba rona gore are they ready? It has to be sports specific fitness.
Yes.
Sports specific re ra gore go fitness ya motshameki is specific to motshameki. Maybe not just motshameki, it's specific to a specific sport.
Yes.
Fitness ya football, it's far much different from fitness ya motabugi wa rena ba re ba to world relays.
Yes.
You know, fitness is completely different, and even the way you train them to be physically ready for that, it's completely different. When you look at fitness, you have to look at that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, you mentioned maybe when we continue our conversation, more about it. You know, we always talk about the issue of fitness and training, and then the issue of match fitness. Can you quickly differentiate between the two? Competition fitness and training fitness, how long you thinking synthesis?
Competition fitness and then training fitness.
Yes.
But one of it habare ka gore motshameki o ntse a trainer go ra gore motshameki ona is ready for competition.
To compete.
But how level are the aspects of a training ground and the aspects of a competition? Those are two different landscapes. You look at the tension yako competition. It's very high. Expectations are very high. Go training, you just have to show up, do what the coach tells you, survive the day, go back home, sleep, come back tomorrow again for a training session. But this is competition. You need to get there, show up, play, get results, and then perform. So fitness at there becomes completely different. So it high level the physical part, it has to look at even psychologically. Is this person psychologically ready for the competition?
Yes.
Kana already training. I'll give a practical example. Before COVID, the team let's take a team like Barcelona.
Yes.
Bana open training sessions where they will invite fans, they will invite media, and then they will simulate a competition-like training session where we are training, but the fans are there making the usual noise during competitions. The photographers are there, the media is there taking pictures, recording news. So motshameki will feel like this is actual competition. You are getting motshameki not ready for a competition.
Yes.
So that's competition fitness.
And then I want us now to look into the importance of the sports specific fitness tests. You know, and normally when you do a test, particularly in the world of sports, and you are trying to, for example, to establish a baseline. Jaaka re ka tsa sekai go rena le setlhopha sa rena sa netball. Re na le batshameki ba ile gore ba ntse ba le ko Harizo re ne ba le kae mme ano re ba kopanya mo kampeng yone eo. Yaanong re ba kopanya tsela gore we want to establish a baseline gore re ka bona gore in terms of fitness batshameki ba rona ba ha kae gore re ka bona gore re ka tswelela le bone jang. Re lebile gape le the intervention in gore as a coach you have to bring in, because when you have batshameki ba le at a certain level of fitness, o tshwanetse gore o ba tseye ya ka o bua gore o tshwanetse gore o ba gore se to level ya competition fitness gore ka re ba tsena into the highest level ya competition ba ka ntsha maduo. Jaanong I want us to look more in detail at the importance at fitness test. Besides establishing the baseline, you know, the importance of what can you say about that in terms of identifying areas of improvement and areas of weaknesses in terms of using the fitness test on it?
When you look at, let's take for example football. Football, you have a goalkeeper, a defender, you have midfielders, and then we have strikers. And then we have all-rounders. They will train as a team so that stopper se nne go na le go le ratwang go skatisi gate stop hanzo se nne compact stop hanzo se tshwaraga wa bona me at the same time you have to understand that these are individuals, these are athletes by ba tshameka on different positions.
Yes.
Rather, there comes a time during a training session now we have specific training sessions. You will say now can I coach here ya di defender, we're not going to attend the defender. You're going to train them like defenders. Endurance ya di defender, you're going to train them to have speed as di defender. You will have your midfielders, you will have your strikers, you will have a separate training plan for them so that they are specific to positions by the time. You don't want a situation where training session every day it's one training session for all athletes.
One size fits all.
One size fits all. Normally, I think it's a bond. When I go around training sessions, we tell the whole team is training the same thing. The only person who's excluded from other teammates is the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper coach. The rest, all sessions up until match day. When you do that, you are going to lack something that will give you an edge over the next team. You know, but when you break them down, okay, fine. Monday, Tuesday, we'll have a general training for all athletes. But on Wednesdays, this is the day strikers will train on their own. I need to increase the wingers, those speedy wingers. Fitness trainer, the winger, improve our speed. A winger. Say, look, it's specific to a winger. That's when now you bring in specific tests. Say, look, they are specially crafted for a winger, or specially crafted for a defender, or specially crafted for a striker. That way you can have that competitive edge to give your team something different from other teams.
We have the aspect, the medical or the health aspect, because there's the technical aspect, there's the psychological aspect, and then there's the medical or the health aspect. The medical screening or the medical tests for our athletes.
Before I answer that, I'll just say, you remember Motsamiko Mwekidumela Reno Hudlo is named after McVivian Ford. He just dropped in the Mole Valley, and that was it. Our hella event, and then come back locally. It has happened to a couple of athletes. Baro, Mobotswana, it has happened to them. Now, this brings in the aspect here, medical checkups for the athletes that are on. They are high performing athletes. Maybe they are at high level. So it is imperative that you should have constant monitoring of how maybe they are cutting. We have the ECG, where you have to look at what I'm a better sente normally rhythmically normally to avoid situations whereby what happened. But if you had that, you had the record here, you asked, then you will know last week spike it should have been a red flag. Okay, but if you are not monitoring such things,
and you actually just mentioned something, the issue of who can administer this fitness test. Because the issue of specialization. We're talking about a very scientific field, sports science. Can you please and administer this test? There has to be someone who's qualified to be able to undertake them.
Number one, if we want to commercialize sports, if we want to industrialize sports, sports recreation. Today is even lower than recreation. Sports like that. But we need to start looking at sports as an industry. It's human resource encompasses of a whole different of
Yes.
different number of people.
Yes, yes.
Ya no, ha re tlameha ho yone ya fitness test.
Yeah, the personnel.
You know, the personnel.
What goes into this?
What goes into this? We have specific people who are trained to do this.
Mhm.
And how to go gore go go ba batla go pekakala kgakala. They are here local mo Botswana. We have a lot of graduates from the Department of Sports Science,
Yes.
from the University of Botswana,
Yes.
who will do a sterling job on this.
Yes.
You know, they will show you wonders, and they are hungry to work.
Mm.
Just that our sports industry does not recognize that. Instead, the only person who re batla coach o na le C license, re heletse ho. The rest,
Yes.
no. Ta bata kere na le mthako lo bereka.
Ukula ba tshameka bogologolo.
Mthako mo la ba tshameka bolo, mthako mo ne le sole hale.
Or tsa hela.
Ta ba riana o ta ba le sharp wa ke. That's what's killing our sports.
So the issue is we need to get qualified people who know what they're doing. Because ke tsaya la se ke tsala re hang ke ka go spatela e be ke nela mo hiti ka tsela mo kento ke re tsa on kente.
Like what's happening right now. Our re AstraZeneca e tsena go khoteng ko masunga go
e gote bata netana re
ke o kenti ho ka ro thola kenta di khomu ate go kenta batho nya.
So this issue is actually a very interesting
specialty
issue. The issue of qualified personnel. We said a lot today, and I want us to wrap our conversation into the issue the fitness test. You know, they are a platform for you to monitor and evaluate performance here. You know, when you look at the issue of constant evaluation, because the way motshameki a perform anga teng mo week 1 ya di fixtures, by the time it's on week 6 they may not be at the same level, or they may not be performing on a constant level. You know, so monitoring and evaluation, it was a modi fitness test. Ke testa motshameki wa me, then I have a record ya madu a gago mosola teng ya go nei.
If you look at countries tse le gore sports is an industry go go bona, ha go te ka motshameki o na rekisiwa from team A to team B. Team A e tla be ta itisa motshameki e be itisa a whole booklet e kana gote this is the record ya motshameki ona, performance record ya performance record. I'm not talking gore go le go tse kaya, no, I'm looking at gore re go re nyame motshameki ona endurance se ya gago week 1 first year la tsana go teaming ya rona, endurance level ya go ne eleha, it has improved gompie ko or it has declined gompie ko. Those are the factors tse le ka be you find such things, and we need to bring such things here. And ha se sepe se ile gore sa go tla se wa ko maru, we have smartphones, we have pedometers. You can get a pedometer from any shop. It will cost you even less than 200 to like. Sure, if you're buying them in bulk, for Batamiki to say, I want to monitor fitness level. You can say, I want to. This week I am monitoring exercise heart rate. I could do resting heart rate. For how many beats per minute. Every time I was on a hospital. Then we have more of exercise heart rate or competition heart rate. Koreano meha motshameki a tshameka re le mo motshamekong pelo ya gago ha re is at maximum performance level ya bo ele ha kae ha ele go no is he performing at his best kana performance ya go ya drop, and monitor such small things. You know, if you look at our athletes who are based internationally, Habata ho compete locally, you can see a huge difference. Remember when Jelle was Aloko King, was it Germany? When she came back, people were like, yeah, but she was doing the same thing with Jimmy Sana's record. Just that it was more kwa hono ho keep the record. Abo lelo lo go 400 meters ile we ta ile wa go heleletsa. Heart rate ya go ene ile. Next time it's on to rebel, it drop it home, or else it gets up, we stabilize it. You know, they look at such things. Ronaldo, I'm not going to be comes Hoka Pushanya, the underlying factors
that contribute to overall performance.
Wow.
O buile go le go ntsi tota ebile nne nka reng ka se ke go emisi wa tswela ba thatologa, but anako ka ne nne ntse le wa we had a lot to say. Our viewer at home, ke tsala re lwena o itumeletse the episode we had for you today. We talked a lot about sports specific training, and just generally of how sports is now shifting to a more scientific approach. I hope you enjoyed the show we had for you today. And from me, Shadai Dibapile and Rabin Nicolette Lagala, just know that the show was proudly brought to you by Sports Edge Academy and Kuduha TV. We'll see you next time.